In today's video, I'm going to talk about critters getting in and building nests under our hoods. We mainly use our Sienna for road trips, and so between road trips it just sits here. So I've had some problems with rodents. Last fall had a big squirrel's nest. It took several $100s to get the wiring that had been chewed through repaired. I put in some countermeasures after that, but then I found a new squirrel's nest last week, and so I added a bunch more countermeasures, and hopefully it'll make a difference. It's really hard to find effective countermeasures. Everything has positive and negative reviews, so I'm just trying everything and wanted to share them with you. So let's take a tour. Okay, to start with, down here, this is one of those ultrasonic light blasting devices that is supposed to be effective for keeping rodents away. It's always on. It's got a G sensor inside, so if it detects motion, like the engine's running or the car's moving, it shuts off. And when it's in use for a long period of time, it'll monitor voltage, and if the voltage gets low enough, it'll shut off so it doesn't completely drain the battery. But I put this thing in last fall. Haven't had any trouble with rodents since then, and then I found a squirrel's nest last week, so I can tell you right now that this did not prevent squirrels from moving back in. Let's see, the next thing to look at is these little guys, mice dice. Got a couple hanging up high. Got one here, one here, one here. And these things have Australian wool blocks inside. They are absorbent and will hold the peppermint oil that they come with. They're loaded initially with mostly peppermint oil and some cinnamon oil. I have also picked up some peppermint oil to refill these blocks. And so they say that rodents don't like the smell, so it's just another part of the arsenal for dealing with these little critters. Let's see, what else? Under the cover, which is where they prefer to set up these nests, I've done a few things. All right, down here under the engine cover, this whole area gets filled with nesting material. It's quite a large area for the squirrels to set up. So what I've done now is use chicken wire or hardware cloth to build a protection cage so that all the access points, the biggest access point was in through here, all kind of wrapped around, filling in all the gaps to keep the guys out of their favorite area here. So this sets down between the two posts that the engine cover sits on in the back. Two posts up front are out in the open. And the way that this this comes in and out easily, for me anyways, but there's one connector here. Then this guy just lifts out like that to allow access to the top. So this whole area in here, this is, I don't know if you can really see, but there's a lot of space in here under the engine cover that's perfect for a nice fat squirrel's nest. So, and the other thing under here that's a little hard to see, but the reason why Toyotas and some of the other cars and vans are susceptible to rodents moving in is Toyota uses soy-based insulation for the wiring, so it's a tasty treat for rodents. It's basically a plant food, so all of the wire insulation that is soy-based is susceptible to being chewed on. Here I had a lot of injectors and ignition coil wires that got chewed through. but I discovered a product that Honda makes, electrical tape that's got capsaicin in the plastic. It's very distasteful to the critters, so I've wrapped all the exposed small wiring with some of this gray Honda tape over here. Got it, over here, and this is what that stuff looks like. So this is a Honda product. Part number is there, and it looks like this. So it's a gray tape, even has critters on the tape. No critters allowed. So we'll see what happens with all these defensive measures. I will post updates on news. Hopefully there's no news, but if something does happen, I'm definitely going to give you guys an update. I'll leave links in the description below for the products I've mentioned and shown you. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them. I'm happy to respond, and if you have any tips for me, I'm really happy to see them. But that's it for now. We'll see you next time.